Oh, welcome back to the Coventry View, the fox hunting Coventry. Anyway, Claudio, wow, what a result. Let's start there. I want to talk about the demolition of Leicester City. It brings a smile to every fan in the Championship, but by goodness, it must have brought a smile to
Oh,
yours.
I just there was great atmosphere before the game, and with both sets of fans actually. And I was really worried that the game was going to hinge on that penalty because it's one of those penalties where uh, sometimes they're not given because it looked like a great tackle by myself. By myself, I thought it was a brilliant tackle, and then the follow through caught him. And I was just thinking, please don't let that be the reason why we've lost this game. And then of course, 2 minutes later, as if somebody went, right, we're going to balance this up a bit, their guy puts in a ridiculous tackle and gets sent off. And I think that completely changed the game then. It gave us the impetus, especially in the second half. And then, of course, no idea why the Leicester manager took off Mavididi, which
Yeah,
I
he's
think
been the
was a
best player,
strange
hasn't he? Yeah.
substitution because he was the outlet, and once you've lost Fatawu, I thought, well, what they're doing here, they're settling for a 1-0, I think.
Yeah,
And
he
I
has
mean, with
been.
10
Yeah,
minutes to go, the substitutions made the difference. I mean, they didn't change anybody really. Um, and Robbins made the substitutions. We got the break. And I think once we scored, I felt their heads dropped straight away. They just looked defeated. They looked absolutely shattered, I thought,
yeah,
Leicester did the last 10 minutes.
yeah.
And
He's played a
they
lot
put
of
the end
football,
on.
Mavididi. Yeah, he played a lot of football, Mavididi, hasn't he? He's played in nearly every
Yeah.
game, certainly over Christmas.
And I
Let's
mean, the irony is, Fatawu never went to the AFCON because he wanted to play for Leicester and then get sent off. And he's going to miss 3 games anyway.
Let's. I mean, the feel good factor is definitely. I mean, it hadn't deserted you, had it this season, but you had this playoff blues, which we've spoken about before. But
Yeah.
by goodness, second in the form league, only behind Southampton, who are just blowing the championship
Yeah. And we drew with
away.
them recently as well.
Yeah, wins against 3-0 Sunderland, 2-0 against Wednesday, who will preview the game in a minute. 3-1 against Middlesbrough, which is a stunning result. And of course to beat the top of the league. We've asked you this before, and it's been hard to pinpoint it, but now you've seen a little bit more of it. What's changed over the last 2 months, and why are we now seeing the old Coventry back?
I think the change of formation to 4-3-3. He's gone. We had the half of football against Ipswich where we were terrible and they were walking the game basically. And he changed the formation and we actually won that half. And then he just kept it at 4-3-3. And every time he's played 4-3-3, we've got a result. And it just seems to be working. Four at the back, the two holding midfielders. I suppose you've got three then in front of those two lads and then one up top. But it is really a 4-3-3. And Callum O'Hare, Milan Van Avik, and Sakamoto, just absolutely fantastic down the right hand side.
Yeah. Do you think it's the best? Do you think you've got the best right hand sided attack in the championship?
I think we have actually. If this is our problem now, we're very strong on the right, more defensive on the left. We could do with something a bit different on the left as well, but that's just being greedy, isn't it? But it's so much better than it was 2 months ago, and maybe just listen to your manager sometimes, and he says, "Just give us time to sort it out." We've
Okay.
had 11 new players in, so it's
Yeah.
and the two lads, I've got to say, the two lads we got in who were at Barnsley last year and the keeper, he's put them into all three together, made a big difference. Kitchen, Thomas, and Collins. You can see they're
Yeah.
comfortable playing, three of them, and that's made a big difference,
Yeah.
definitely.
Robbins is now the longest serving manager in the Championship and League One, and second longest manager across League One and League Two. Is this? Do you think? I mean, you're breaking the mold in the Championship. The next closest one appointment is 2021. Is this? Do you think you're getting the rewards for keeping a manager for extortionate a longer time? Do you think that perhaps there's no one that knows this club better than him, and actually the reason you are where you are now is because you have shown faith in the manager and he's been allowed to build?
Well, he spoke earlier this week when he said that start of the season, managers getting sacked that were above us in the table, and he signed a 4-year contract, not just him but the whole coaching staff as well, with a job to do. And he said the owner is on board with it. and has given them the free rein to get on with it because he's seen what he's done already, and our new owner is not really a football man, so he's trusting these guys to sort it out, which makes a change because he could easily be shooting from the hip, couldn't he, straight away at the first sign of trouble.
Yeah,
and he hasn't, and I think he's doing a great job. But he is the best manager in the Championship. Basically, he is with what he's done. So little in the past, he is. Definitely him. I would say him, the guy at Ipswich. Another one who's a very good manager. They just, give these guys time. They turn teams around. They're very good.
Yeah, managers don't get time, do they, anymore? Just no. Ask Wayne Rooney. All right, let's talk January transfers, and then we'll talk about Wednesday. Talk to us about Talk.
Victor Talk. His VT looks good.
Is it what you watched the YouTube highlights?
Yeah, it's about the same size as Ben Sheaf and quite solid looking, box to box. Got a shot on him. He's Danish. He's a typical Scandinavian player. You know what you're going to get. These are quite robust lads, aren't they? They get, they like a good battle.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. And you need that in the Championship. And he's 24 and he's signed a 4.5-year contract, which is brilliant. We've got so many players now on 4-year contracts. So, but he looks good. He looks good.
Any concerns about any outgoings? Premier League sniffing around?
The problem is O'Hare. His contract's up in the summer. We don't know what's happening. Apparently, he's been given a new contract. It's on the table. So whether or not he signs it, that's the key. He's the man. If he stays, it will be a massive boost for the whole club, I think, because after losing Victor and Gus Hamer, you can't lose the third one as well. It's just a shame in the space of 6 months.
Yeah,
we need to keep him.
And I think I need to apologise because in a previous video, I think in November when he just returned, I think I was slightly criticising him for perhaps having lost a bit of pace and had bulked up a bit. And actually, he couldn't run anymore. But he's certainly proven proven me wrong.
No, we thought he looked heavy, but I think he's been just muscling up a bit, and he's finishing. He scored 6 goals, I think. I can't believe what he's doing. It's incredible. It took him 18 months to score 6 goals when he first arrived, and he's done it in the first few games back. So fantastic.
Yeah, and just a word on Haji Wright. That has divided fans' opinions, but are we now firmly in the Haji Wright corner?
He's a lot better since he's gone out wide. Weird. He's like turned him into a winger. It's almost like Thierry Henry without the finishing. But he has scored some goals now. But I think he's got a groin injury, so he might be out for a couple of weeks now. So,
all right, let's finish on talking about Wednesday then. Okay, if I can offer you to beat them this week and lose next week, or lose this week and beat them next week, which one are you having?
I'll take win this week.
Okay.
I think we just want the points now. But I think I can see a draw and a win. Which way around, I don't know. I can't see him. It doesn't happen very often where you beat somebody 3 times in a row, does it?
Yeah.
So.
What sort of priority is the FA Cup? Because I think even you joked, didn't you, on social media that the FA Cup final and the playoff final is a day after each other.
I know.
How are Coventry going to play in both?
I know. I'm going to cope. It's my birthday weekend. Doug King, our owner, specified that it was important to have a good cup run, and Mark Robbins virtually picks the first team to play against Oxford, and we win 6-2, and that's the difference. Last year we didn't against Wrexham, we got turned over, and I'd sooner we did that and get yourselves into a 3-1 lead and then take players off than, as you know, struggle, and then 20 minutes to go you start chucking on the big guns and you're struggling to get the result. So I won't be surprised if he puts out a strong team for both matches. So we'll have to wait and see.
All right, let's get your score prediction then for the Wednesday game. Then different opposition at Hillsborough, aren't they? But you should come through this one.
I still think it could be a bit of the after Lord Mayor's show. So I wouldn't surprise me if being entertaining 2 or draw.
2. Okay. It so often happens, doesn't it? That a team goes and beats a big team, And then because that happens, something psychologically, they just take their foot off the gas just a little bit, don't they?
It does.
Happens often. So, yeah, sports psychologist, comment below so you explain it. Right, thanks, Claudio. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you next week. Nice one.
Yeah, Jimmy. Cheers, mate.